Hey YouTube, Twiz Gaming here. We're back again today. We're gonna look at the Sorcerer. In front of you guys will see the skill tree for the Sorcerer. We start with the basic. Bunch of renders, there you go. Core skills, defensive, conjuration, mastery, ultimate, and then capstone. So if you guys have played Diablos 1, 2, 3, you'll notice this looks a bit different. It definitely is different. This isn't what it looks like in the game. This is just a skill calculator on the website. But what it does is it provides a really good idea of the skills available, the amount of points you can put into each skill, what it leads to, and so forth. Yes, this can be a little bit confusing right now, but as you get into it, you get a better sense of how this works. So, first and foremost, just like in every other Diablo, when you level up in Diablo 4, you get a skill point. You're going to spend that skill point however you want. So with the Sorcerer, you have a choice. You can go with Frostbolt, Spark, Arc Lash, or Firebolt. So the question is, are you going to make a Fire Sword, going to make an Ice Sword, going to make a Lightning Sword? It's the age-old question from Diablo 2. Here we are again in Diablo 4. The game requires you to pick up a skill in basic before you can proceed to core. So we're going to make a Fire Sword. We'll put a skill into Firebolt. Another skill. Notice this line got thicker. Core unlocks. And then you can go down here and you can start picking up other skills like Fireball, Incinerate, Charge Bolts, Chain Lightning, Ice Shards, and Frozen Orb. I don't know if you guys remember Diablo 2. Frozen Orb Sorcerer OP. Aside from each one of these skills, you'll notice beyond these, there's like modifiers for the skills that you guys will be able to pick up. So with Frostbolt, we'll just max out Frostbolt real quick. Enhanced Frostbolt means Frostbolt has a 15% chance to explode on chilled targets, hitting surrounding enemies. Chance increased to 100% against frozen targets. Again, more modifiers. Frostbolt generates 4 mana when hitting chilled or frozen enemies. And Frostbolt makes frozen enemies vulnerable 3 seconds. Each one of these skills has their own modifiers. So, looking through them real quick. Enhanced Arc Lash. Glinting Arc Lash. Glinting Spark. Flickering Spark. Enhanced Spark. Moving down here, you got your Frozen Orb. We're going the Ice Sword route, so we'll max out Frozen Orb. Enhanced Frozen Orb. When cast above 50 mana, Frozen Orb's explosion damage is increased by 30%. That's huge. Greater Frozen Orb. Frozen Orb's explosion has a 25% chance to make all enemies hit vulnerable for 2 seconds. Pretty sweet. And Destructive Frozen Orb. Frozen Orb's explosion restores 5 mana when hitting a frozen enemy. Nice. So you'll notice that once you put enough skill points into these core abilities, the pathway to defensive opens up. So down here you got Frost Nova, Ice Armor, Teleport. Gotta have Teleport. That's what makes these speedruns so easy. I don't know if you guys remember the Enigma from Diablo 2. So everyone could teleport. It's OP. Flame Shield. Glass Cannon. You deal 6% increased damage, but you take 3% more damage. That's going to be a must. Elemental Attunement. Elemental Critical Strikes reduce the cooldown of your defensive skills by 3%. This effect cannot occur more than once every 10 seconds. Nice. Some enhancements for Teleport. Enhanced Teleport. After teleporting, take 30% less damage for 5 seconds. I imagine that's going to be good for PvP. Dipping in and out. Teleport's cooldown is decreased by 0.5 seconds per enemy hit, up to 3 seconds. Mystical Teleport. For 4 seconds after teleporting, Crackling Energy does 40% more damage. Nice. Come over to Conjuration. You got your Ice Blades. Precision Magic. Your lucky hit chance is increased by up to 5%. I'm not sure what lucky hit chance is. That's interesting. Maybe that's just your chance for critical strikes. Hydra. We've seen Hydra in Diablo 2. We saw Hydra in Diablo 3. And we're getting Hydras again in Diablo 4. Conjuration Mastery. While you have an active conjuration skill, you do 2% increased damage. Nice. Lightning Spear. Alright, moving on down to Mastery now. Oh, Blizzard's back, baby. Summon a Frigid Blizzard that deals 100%, 20% damage and continuously chills enemies for 18% over 6 seconds. That's awesome. Ball Lightning, Firewall again. He's in Diablo 2, Diablo 3. Meteor. All the classics are coming back, which is really exciting to see. Ultimate Deep Freeze. Encase yourself in ice, becoming immune for 4 seconds. Continually chilling enemies for 20%. When Deep Freeze ends, frozen enemies shatter for 200%. Casting Deep Freeze again ends the effect early. Alright. Unstable Currents, Inferno. Then look, you got your modifiers on here too. So gain 5% of your base life as a barrier for 6 seconds for each enemy shattered by Deep Freeze. Pretty sweet. And then again, you have your capstone. You gotta spend 19 total skill points to unlock capstones. Icefall. Your frost skills have up to a 10% chance to make your next ice shards, frozen orb, or blizzard consume no mana and deal 40% more damage. Chance is doubled against vulnerable enemies. Shatter. After freeze expires, enemies explode for 25% of the damage you dealt to them while frozen. Overflowing energy. Crackling energy hits one additional enemy. Each time crackling energy hits an enemy, your shock skills cooldowns are reduced by 0.1 seconds. That's pretty cool. Close enemies take 10% more damage from your shock skills and deal 20% less damage to you. Warmth. Up to 50% chance to gain 1 mana per source of burning on the enemy. That's a throwback to Diablo 2. Isu's Ferocity. You do 25% increased burning damage to enemies over 50% life and 25% increased pyromancy skill direct damage to enemies under 50% life. That's interesting. So again, this is a skill calculator. This isn't how it's going to look in game, but this gives you a good idea of what the skills are. You know, the progress for unlocking skills at each level, the modifiers to the skills. It's pretty cool. Another thing I want to show you guys real quick is the Codex of Power. So in Diablo 4, at least from what we saw in the beta, is you're going to be able to imbue your armor, your rings, your amulets, your weapons, and you can imbue with a whole bunch of different things like defensive. This aspect type can be applied to a shield, helmet, chest, pants, and amulet. Offensive. This aspect type can be applied to one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, offhand, gloves, amulet, and ring. Resource. This type can be applied to your helmet and amulet and ring. Utility. This aspect type can be applied to your chest, boots, gloves, amulet. Mobility. This type can be applied to your boots and amulet. Flamewalker's aspect. So this is just one of the types of aspects. Coming into contact with your firewall grants you 15% movement speed for 4 seconds. Ghostwalker aspect. You may move freely through enemies while below 40% total life. Wind Striker aspect. Critical strikes grant 8% movement speed for 1 second. The duration can be extended. Aspect of Bounding Conduit. Gain 20% movement speed for 3 seconds after teleporting. Alright. Charged aspect. Collecting crackling energy increases your movement speed by 10% for 4 seconds. And again, a whole bunch of different aspects here. So under defensive aspects, aspect of deflecting barrier. While you have a barrier active, there's a 20% chance to ignore incoming direct damage from distant enemies. Pretty cool, man. So yeah, a lot of the same skills we saw in Diablo 2, Diablo 3 are making their way into Diablo 4. They're also introducing some new elements to the skills. If you recall, in Diablo 3, you could morph your individual skills as you unlock the runes for morphing those skills. Looks like they're doing something similar with Diablo 4, which is kind of cool. Something that they're bringing into Diablo 4 is imbuing your armor with various codexes. Be kind of cool to see how that works out. Alright guys, that's what I got. If you would please give me a like and a subscribe. Leave me a comment what you guys think, what class you're excited to play. This is just an overview of the Sorcerer skills. We will get into each of the other skills in new videos. Thanks. Peace.